Now, do they keep in contact with you even to this day?
Up until yesterday.
Okay, so are you being continually abducted, or are they
No.
are they just speaking to you telepathically, or?
Cool. Well, they speak three different ways: telepathy, and they'll just show you things. It's just like a dream, or a movie. It's literally like that. And then they also place you in it. You can also be in the situation, which is very common for me.
Right.
It's just like being in it. It's actually seeing an event happen and being in the event. Sometimes they'll give it to you twice.
Okay. Now, does this happen normally at night or during the day, or does it really matter?
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That could be kind of dangerous. You're driving down the freeway, though, and all of a sudden they take you to a different spot to show you something.
Yeah, but it's their time and our time is different. You think it takes an hour to see what it takes in our time to see an hour when you can flip a switch up and down and damn, I saw it all.
Okay, so
that's what.
Almost like a repressed memory that all of a sudden floods in.
Yes, exactly. It's remembering something you didn't even know you remembered.
Wow.
If you can understand that, just like going back and remember when, say, you broke your leg when you were a kid, just like going back to that memory.
Right. I kind of know what you're talking about through like some of the experiences I can remember too, as far as like almost like a deja vu, where all of a sudden bam, I've been here before, and you have all these different memories flooding in your head all at once. And so yeah, I see that's how you're explaining that. To me, that's how it sounds like you're explaining it. It's the terms and the ways that it happens for you, is definitely different, and sometimes the English language doesn't cover all the things you'd like to explain. That's for sure.
English language is, I think, any vocal language is primitive. Well, no, should I say primitive? Yeah, I guess you would, because we don't know what we can do.
Right.
We can use telepathy. We use it, but we don't look at it as telepathy. We believe, that's my instinct. I know. Right. I knew you wanted it. As you know, that's it. Humans are stupid.
Right. So, do you ever ask them to leave you alone, or do you welcome this?
I don't welcome any of it. So, no, I never really. I'm kind of just dealing with it. I'm not really mad, I guess you could say. There's nothing I can do.
Well, what do you think that they would do if you said to them, hey, this is enough, I want to, just leave me alone?
It doesn't matter what I want. Like they told me. I don't mean to throw you off. I'm going to get to what you were saying. How does the tiger explain when he hears a helicopter in the air? Never heard anything, big metal object in there. And then how does the tiger explain that he felt the pain in his hip from the metal thing flying in the air? And then how does he explain that he couldn't move anything but his eyeballs, and they took blood from him in his tooth, and he didn't want to be in that situation? And even if he couldn't vocalize and tell the humans that are doing this to him that I don't want this done, they're doing it so-called to preserve his breed or his species. So even though he's uncomfortable like I was, it doesn't matter to me because it's a bigger picture than me.
Right. Now, you said that they communicated to you and told you all these things. Were you able to communicate back to them? Were they able to understand anything that you wanted to say?
Oh, of course.
Then that particular, and I'm not trying to play devil's advocate, but that particular analogy doesn't really work then, because lions can't talk in a language that we can understand.
Okay, put it this way. All creatures know visuals, right?
Right.
So if I took a panda bear and got in his head and walked at him with a knife and he saw me chop him up, he's going to know beforehand what that shiny object in my hand can do, even though I didn't say it's a knife, or even though he's never seen it before. When you see visuals, you know.
Okay. Okay.
Every creature on this earth, there's a few that are blind, but visuals. You can speak to anything if you can talk to them like they do.
Right. Now, so they kind of
there's no vocals. There's no vocals involved. There's no words. I don't say tree when I think of a tree.
Right.
So people always give me that. Oh, how do they know English language? I'm not speaking.
Right. Exactly. Okay. So now you tried kind of explaining of where they're from as far as kind of the best way you could describe it in the English language anyway was that it sounds more like they're from our future, and if that's the case, do they consider Earth their home planet?
No, Earth isn't even our home planet. Earth is a transplant planet. Okay. Not every creature that lives on this planet is from here. Earth is 1,000 different planets in one. If you can only live in 30 below temperatures, we got a place for you. If you can only live under 130 degree sand, we got a spot for you. If you can only live in 300 degree water that any creature can live here, we got a spot for you. If you can live in the dirtiest ponds to survive, we got it for you. We're 1,000 different planets.
Okay. All right. So
look at Mars. If you look at Mars, there's no forests there. At this time is what I'm saying. But
right.
So
all right. So now, there's also been talks that a lot of people believe that the aliens also have locations on Earth, base areas, and a lot of people believe that those are under the ocean. Was there any clues to that?
They took me to the moon. I don't know anything about that, and I really never speak on anything I don't know, because I never want to get caught in a lie. So.
Right.
I don't speak on anything I don't know about. I can give you my opinion on anything you like, but I couldn't even speak on it. They took me to the moon. I don't know anything about that, and I really never speak on anything I don't know, because I never want to get caught in a lie. So.
Right. And a lot of people believe that those are under the ocean. Was there any clues to that?
They took me to the moon. I don't know anything about that, and I really never speak on anything I don't know, because I never want to get caught in a lie. So they took me to the moon. I don't know anything about that, and I really never speak on anything I don't know, because I never want to get caught in a lie. So
right.
I don't speak on. They took me to the moon. I don't know anything about that, and I really never speak on anything I don't know, because I never want to get caught in a lie. So
right.
I don't speak on anything I don't. They took me to the moon. I don't know anything about that, and I really never speak on anything I don't know, because I never want to get caught in a lie. So
right.
I don't speak. They took me to the moon. I don't know anything about that, and I really never speak on anything I don't know, because I never want to get caught in a lie. So
right.
I don't speak on anything. They took me to the moon. I don't know anything about that, and I really never speak on anything I don't know, because I never want to get caught in a lie. So
right.
Took me very much on me. I saw. Was that too rough of a draft, or?
No, that's okay. Now, as far as I know that when you called in last week on the show, you said that there was some messages that you felt they wanted you to give us and to tell us about, and go ahead and feel free to do that.
All right. The ones that were what they trip off is me telling the abduction story over and over, which is meaningless. That's nothing but. Nothing. It's just something I went through, but all the stuff that I've received from them since then is what's important. So, two of the major ones are AIDS and cancer.
Right.
And the AIDS one, they say I'm what they call a spark. that will start something. So I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not anybody in that situation to go ahead and cure anything. But what I'm supposed to do is ignite the spark in someone's brain to say, hey, wait a minute, this might be something, if you understand what that means.
Right.
So the HIV thing, I'm not going to tell the first thing of what to do because it was cruel. In humans' eyes, it was cruel. It's the only way to stop AIDS and the spread of AIDS. But this is what they told me. We are to trick. First of all, we don't have the technology right now to do what it takes to stop AIDS or cure AIDS. But they said the spark is we are to trick the disease into thinking the body has died.
Okay.
We don't have the technology for that, they said, and that's all I know about that. So, and the cancer one is, it's almost absurd. It's almost absurd in their world or whatever of what's going on, just the cancer thing. Because cancer is, you can't, like if me and you sat down and you had full-blown cancer, we ate lunch, I'm not getting cancer from you.